Greetings, fellow gamers. This is Coqui-san, your residential freelance gamer, here with Nintendo Direct for September 23rd, 2021. This is the second time I'm going to be doing a reaction video for Nintendo Direct. I did the E3 Nintendo Direct, and I also did Microsoft's E3. I was debating after having done that, and I tried to do my hand on reaction videos, and I'm not very good at reacting whatsoever, honestly. So I was kind of debating whether I wanted to really do more reaction videos, especially with this happening right now, especially, you know, this Nintendo Direct. So I figured I'll give it one more try and see how this works. You know, see if I could do this. But I'm not a very good reactor. This is not what I normally do. This is definitely not my strengths. Not one of my strengths here. I wouldn't even say so much my strengths. This is not really my gig. There's plenty of good reactors out there who do movies, TV, you know, trailers and such. So, you know, I don't have a problem doing it for maybe Nintendo Direct, especially since I have the Nintendo Switch. So it makes perfect sense, at least until someday I end up with a PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox or something. Who knows? I don't know. Or probably with PCs. But I don't want to take too long because I've been waiting a very long time to do this. I've been avoiding spoilers. I had some life priorities to deal with. I am out of character, just so y'all know. So this is Henry Michael Brown reacting, reacting to the whole thing here. So let me not waste too much time because I really want to know who it is. I know that there's a lot of people like to do predictions, but honestly, I'm not gonna do any predictions because I can assure you it's probably just gonna be the same old shtick. I know there'll be a few surprises, but let me see here. Like they'll probably give us a brief talk about maybe The Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, and Breath of the Wild 2, more Metroid Dread, another Smash Fighter. I think that's a given now. They're gonna reveal the Smash Fighter. I'll be shocked if they didn't. Probably Pokemon, third parties, you know. Maybe the rumored Grand Theft Auto is actually going to happen. Who knows? One of the things that I did notice though, early this afternoon and also last night, I went to Hamster's website. They're the ones who do Arcade Archives. And one of the things that I noticed was that they didn't actually say what the next game was this week. So that kind of got my attention there. They probably already revealed it. And I went on the eShop today and they didn't have a game up. They didn't have a game up. It's always Thursdays. Hamster would have an Arcade Archive game up. So I'm very curious if it's in the Nintendo Direct. That'll be very interesting to see if there's an announcement from Arcade Archives in the Nintendo Direct. But I was very shocked. Their website didn't say what they were releasing today, and there was nothing in the North American eShop today. So so I would not be surprised. Well, actually, I would. I don't know. Would I be surprised? No, because I'm predicting it. That's my prediction. That they probably might be. There might be an Arcade Archive reveal here. Not sure what it is, but apparently might be something big, something unexpected. You know, like nobody expected Sunset Riders from Konami being put in the Arcade Archive. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe it might not happen, but who knows? Who knows? But that's something. But that's something I gotten that I caught wind of and noticed and was very surprised. Although I haven't checked the eShop since. So since this afternoon. So they probably might have tossed something in there, or they might toss it tomorrow. One thing's for sure: Hamster never misses a week of Arcade Archive. So it would be a shocker if this is the first time they actually didn't get in on it. All right, so let me not waste too much time. I've been waiting on this. let's see what we got going. Let's see what Nintendo's got in store for us. Rated RP to M. I don't want to hit the back button. Why isn't it going away? There we go. Here we go. That was the Hollows? Yep. Another Monster Hunter. Is that Ridley? Wait, they bring you Ridley to Monster Hunter? I got my first Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise, and I also got Monster Hunter Stories 2. Ah, okay, DLC, Sunbreak. Summer 2022. Alright, alright. Well, that's a good start. Announcement of DLC. For those who have Monster Hunter Rise, which I have. A massive expansion, probably like 32 gigs.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. What you just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, the massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter Rise, including new stories, locales, monsters, and, although not touched on in the trailer, new hunting actions and quest rank.
Yes, you've touched nothing in this trailer.
Monster Hunter Rise.
It's just an announcement.
Is scheduled to release as paid DLC in summer 2022. Please stay tuned for more information in the future. Alright, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Here we go.
Party during the day or at night.
Mario Party.
It's almost time to party in the Mario Party Superstars game. Along with Spaceland and Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their return.
Was this? Yeah, this was announced in E3.
Woody Woods.
Okay.
But watch out for those Monty moles. They'll change the board's direction when you least expect it. Travel between 2 islands and Yoshi's tropical island. Toadette's got the star, but she might swap places with Bowser at the last second. Party day and night in Horrorland. That King Boo statue is harmless during the day, but at night, it'll swipe stars from unsuspecting players.
Yeah,
break from boards?
I mean, I've played Mario Party
only courses.
back in the days, the demos. It never. It's a multiplayer game, and I'm a single, and I'm only one guy, so. I'm sure if I was to play Mario Party with other people, I would enjoy it, but I just didn't see the incentive of picking it up since I was all by myself. I know that's a lot saying, given that I have Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, but this one really does require having.
Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch system October 29th.
You could play solo, but I'm saying, you know, for me, it's like Mario Party is really a game I want other people with.
A new RPG is in the cards.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
Oh, Adventure Time.
At the Queen's behest, you'll set off on a fantastical journey to slay a fearsome dragon for honor and fortune. Everything in this realm is represented as cards, from the protagonists
Is this
shops, towns.
Oh, what's the name of that game? Well, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of these board games in Japan. These video board games.
Turn-based card battles.
What's that one? Cult Sept.
A little bit of luck.
Is this like Cult Sept?
A spellbinding experience from the creative minds of Yoko Taro and Yosuke Saito is about to unfold.
I got some good names there. Some good names there.
Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars, launches on Nintendo Switch October 28th. Pre-orders and a free demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
Try it out now. Well, I don't know if I can.
Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a human being. You awaken in a hotel room in the city of Revachol, devoid of
that's an interesting art style.
Soon, you learn that you're a detective and get entangled
Disco Elysium.
Groundbreaking role-playing adventure, Disco Elysium.
How did I not recognize? I feel so.
As you interrogate people and uncover clues, internal dialogues will begin.
Disco Elysium. It's coming to the Switch.
Need the help of the 24 skills
wow.
living
I should have recognized it. I don't know why I didn't recognize Disco Elysium. It's great that's coming to the Switch. I got something to grab for.
What sort of detective will you become? Disco Elysium, the final cut, launches digitally on Nintendo Switch October 12th. The physical version of the game will launch early 2022.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for the physical.
Begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I appreciate that.
Uncover more stories in Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
It lacked the calamity. I'm sorry, the game lacked calamity. It was fun. It was definitely fun to play, fun to riff at, but it lacked the calamity. Are they really gonna give the calamity in this expansion pass?
And about that courageous friend of yours, it seems I owe him as well. Yeah.
The king of
Get some wrestling rings.
You know, you're pretty good for a little kid.
We'd better partner up on this, don't you think?
For the greater good. Can you dig it? Okay. You okay.
Take that.
Time for the show.
Oh, okay. So
Oh yeah.
he's added in. Wave 2 Guardian of Remembrance. Could have pointed that out instead of just saying expansion pass. That threw me off.
Ready, set, Chocobo!
Chocobo Racing.
Start your engine.
Chocobo Kart. Chocobo GP.
Race as familiar Final Fantasy.
Why not?
Chocobo and Gilgamesh to be the first across the finish line.
Get.
Edge out the competition by using drift boost to cut corners.
Why not? Why not?
Magical stones called Magicites are contained inside items. Collect these throughout courses to cast magic like fire and arrow to blast away opponents. Acquire Magicites of
Will
the
they add
same elements
Sephiroth in his go-kart? Just throw Sephiroth in, with his go-kart and give him a stage with his theme song.
Use it at the right time.
You'll watch how fast the sales will go. Go up. Sephiroth in a go-kart.
Options will be available, as well as local and online multiplayer. Up to 64 players can compete in a bracket-style tournament to determine the racing champion.
Okay.
Chocobo GP races exclusively onto Nintendo Switch next year.
I had Sephiroth.
What did you think? Before we show you our next video, we have some news about the last fighter for the Super Smash Bros.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Sakurai, the game's director, will reveal this fighter in the final Mr. Sakurai Presents video on October 5th.
Makes sense. Makes
He'll
sense.
also show you how to use this fighter, so please look forward to it.
Makes sense. Let the final one be its own
It's
thing.
been about 3 years since the game was released.
Wow.
This will be the last presentation about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I hope you'll check it out.
That should be anticlimactic, and it's it's Toad.
Now, please take a look at this.
Game footage not final. And that's the game. Wow, that was an awesome game. Oh, there's more. Kirby! So... Day one. Oh, no way. Oh, please. Yes. 3D platforming Kirby. Nice. Oh, this was long overdue. So, okay, that's interesting. They don't turn into stars. Sword Knight. Oh, Waddle Dees. Kirby. Cutter. Spike. Oh, go Katamari. Kirby has hardcore violence as ever. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Gosh, that looks so open world. Spring 2022. Oh, man.
That was the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. In this new game, you can freely move around in 3D areas using familiar Kirby moves. The setting also appears to be mysterious, filled with abandoned structures from a past civilization. What lies in store for Kirby? The game is scheduled to release in spring 2022. We hope you'll look forward to Kirby's.
Which means we won't see it until 2023.
Next, we have this to show you. Please take a look.
Animal Crossing. Happy Home Designer. Happy Museum Designer.
Since its launch in 2020, the Animal Crossing New Horizons game has been enjoyed by many players around the world. New free content will arrive in November. In preparation for its release, we will be airing an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct in October. In it, we'll go over the content in more
I'll hold
detail.
thoughts on this.
Please be on the lookout for the air date of this presentation. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
2 games, 1 game update, and lots of fun. 4! More free content is coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game. Koopa Troopa enters the fairway as a playable character.
Hey, Koopa Troopa.
Dish out tricky shots and dashes to mess with the competition. Ninja will also be playable. Take advantage of Ninja's blinding speed to outpace opponents. 2 courses are also being added. These additions will come swinging in as a free software update.
Those of you who got the Mario Golf, today is your day.
What's this? An invitation. You're invited to live in a magical world with Mickey Mouse and dozens of Disney characters. Spend time with Disney friends. Craft your own whimsical costumes and furniture, and explore delightful Disney-themed worlds. All downloadable
It'll cost you
content
$2,000 for the ticket again to the Magic
3DS
Kingdom.
version is included. Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition soars onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. A beloved Star Wars game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Knights of the Old
Blast
Republic.
off to captivating planets and join forces with Jedi, droids, and outcasts in this blend of action, role-playing, and adventure. Will you use the Force for good, or will you be lured to the dark side? Your choices determine the galaxy's fate in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, launching on Nintendo Switch November 11th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
There's one thing you must always remember. Stay human. This is the city, humanity's last stronghold against a virus that turns people into the undead. In the cloud version of Dying Light 2 Stay Human, you'll need to master both
cloud version
and tactical combat.
They're leaning into it.
Brutal open-world action RPG. Explore alone, or with up to 3 other players in online co-op.
Nintendo's leaning into this.
Those in power during the day, then plunder the layers of the infected at night. Your decisions will shape the story, but they'll also have consequences. No matter where your actions lead you, there's one thing you must always remember. Stay human. While you're at it, take the prequel on the
original
go in Dying Light Platinum Edition. Scavenge for supplies, craft weapons, and face hordes of the infected in a post-apocalyptic open world. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Cloud version launches on Nintendo Switch February 4th, 2022. A free demo will also launch the same day on Nintendo eShop. Dying Light Platinum Edition comes to Nintendo Switch October 19th.
Next month.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Utility, morality, or liberty.
How's this the triangle?
In Triangle Strategy,
yeah,
a fiery chronicle of
please
war
don't call it
presented
that.
In stunning
Get an actual
HD
name.
2D.
My apologies.
Your actions will lead you through a riveting story that changes
Definitely
based
gonna
on
get
the
my hands on
decisions
it.
you make. In the end, where will your conviction guide you?
You have gone to the one place I cannot follow.
In response to the survey
Drama.
about the demo released in February of this year, the game has been fine-tuned with a focus on elements that received lots of feedback.
That's good.
These include
That's good.
adjustments to the difficulty, improvements to on-screen visuals, camera angle controls, the ability to review previous dialogue.
Oh, yes.
And streamlined game flow and loading times. More details are now available on Nintendo.com.
Splendid.
Triangle Strategy will launch on Nintendo Switch
Oh, there
March
we go.
4th, 2022.
Oh.
Pre-orders
Good timing.
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay, here's Metroid. Metroid 5. Dread.
You are faced with
And to
overwhelming
Saga.
power. Your highest priority should be simply to survive. There may be a very small opportunity to escape. Don't let your guard down.
I don't know if I should close my eyes.
Samus Aran, the most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy, embarks on a new mission to the uncharted planet.
I don't know, should I close my eyes? I don't want to get spoiled.
Objectives: confirm whether the deadly X-parasite still exists, and
Okay,
figure
it's
out
following
why
up on the
research
X-parasites
robots
in
inside
Metroid
it
4.
have mysteriously gone dark.
Okay, I don't know.
Early readings reveal that planet Zero
no.
is
Oh,
divided
no, I don't know.
into multiple environments, each with its own elements.
Why?
And
I'm trying to avert my eyes, but
Remnants of the mighty Chozo civilization are also scattered
maybe
throughout,
I should talk over it.
evidence that the Chozo may have once called the
no,
planet. Visit Metroid.nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread
I think it's
Report
spoiling.
Volume
I
8
think
for
it's
a detailed
spoiling.
account of the terrain and life forms you may encounter in the Metroid Dread game. Be sure to view the other Metroid Dread reports there as well. You'll want to prepare yourself for the dangers.
No, I've been trying to avoid.
Metroid Dread.
Okay,
launches
October
on
8th.
Nintendo Switch
Couple of weeks.
October 8th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
How was that? Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh.
Many people have been using Nintendo Switch Online since it launched in September 2018. In addition to the current membership, we'll be adding a new membership plan. As a part of this new plan's content,
N64. They got the N64 in there now.
You'll be able to play a collection of Nintendo 64 games. The
You're long
Nintendo
overdue
64
here.
system launched 25 years ago. I think this system gave many players their first 3D game
Oh, right, it's in a punishment.
as well as intense 4-player multiplayer action.
Oh, good.
With Nintendo Switch, up to 4 people can play select Nintendo 64 games locally or online.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good.
Also, with this new membership plan, in addition to the Nintendo 64 games,
wow.
you can play a collection
Oh,
of
wow,
games
look
from
at
the
that.
Sega Genesis system.
Oh. Fantasy Star,
This
Streets
means
of
you'll be able to
Rage.
play these classic games whenever and wherever you'd like. The new plan will include all elements of the base Nintendo Switch Online membership, as well as the ability to play the included Nintendo 64 and Genesis games. This is Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion.
Oh no, don't say it like that.
This new membership plan will be added in late October.
Oh no. Oh no, that's not good.
Of course, you'll still be able to continue using the existing plans.
But you won't get those,
Also,
right?
those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the new plan. We'll share more details about this
Oh
new
no,
membership
they're
plan
gonna
at
do a
later
tier
time,
system.
including the exact release date and pricing information.
Oh no.
For now, however, we'd
Oh
like
no,
to announce the games
why
that
does it
will be
sound like they're gonna
available
lock
when
it out?
launches.
I hope not.
You'll be able to play the Nintendo 64 games shown here.
Oh,
As well
that's a
as
good
these
start on the
Genesis
Genesis side. Look at that.
We'll also continue adding more Nintendo 64 games
of course,
such as The
Majora's
Legend of
Mask.
Zelda Majora's Mask and
F-Zero. All the
as well as
F-Zero
other
fans
Nintendo
gonna.
64 and Genesis games going forward.
Yeah. I'm still.
Furthermore,
Oh,
we
Banjo-Kazooie.
prepared Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played with the same style controls from their original releases.
Oh, of course they got the controllers. Yep.
Both can be used wirelessly. These controllers
Yeah,
will
there
be
it
available
is.
for purchase by any Nintendo Switch Online member. We hope you'll look forward to this new membership plan, Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
There's plenty to play in these collections.
Shadowrun.
Cyberpunk meets fantasy in this 3-game collection of cult classic RPGs. As a Shadowrunner mercenary, you'll explore a dystopian future where magic has reawakened and fantasy creatures have come back to
Cult
life.
classic?
Immersive
I thought it was a
branching
classic in and of itself.
skill-based
Didn't need a
character growth,
qualifier.
and gripping turn-based tactical combat await in Shadowrun Trilogy, launching on Nintendo Switch next year. The perpetual struggle against Count
Oh,
Dracula
nice.
Castlevania
All the
Advance
Castlevania
brings
Advance
together
games.
4 classic Castlevania games with
I only got the
deadly
first
beautiful
one.
graphics and hauntingly epic music. The Rewind, quick save, and button mapping features will
Oh, I'm
also
definitely
vamp
getting
up
that.
your fight against evil. All regional versions of each game, as well as a gallery mode with never-before-seen artwork, are included. Castlevania Advance Collection launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Nice.
An almighty classic returns.
Ghouls and Ghosts. Oh, ActRaiser? Yeah.
The classic Super NES game ActRaiser returns on Nintendo Switch, now remastered in HD. As the Lord of Light and Almighty God, only you can save mankind from the forces of Tanjiro.
I never got to play this game.
You'll wage war in 2 phases. First, strike down monsters in the side-scrolling action phase to liberate the lands from the grasp of evil. Master swordsmanship and magic to vanquish all who stand in your path. Then, cultivate the lands you've liberated in the world-building creation phase. It's up to you to decide which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization.
Oh my gosh.
As you do so, your powers will increase, giving you an edge in both phases. Alternate between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new music.
That's cool.
New stages and new boss battles also await. ActRaiser Renaissance descends onto Nintendo Switch later today. A new chapter
there it is,
about to
Deltarune.
unfold.
Chapter 2, Parabellum. I got Chapter 1. Yep, Chapter 2. I should not look at this. I haven't played Chapter 1 yet. No, I see it over there. On my monitor. On my OBS. Well. Sorry, I'm just trying to avoid. Oh, Chapter 1 and 2. As a free update. Nice! Oh, it's a free update. Montage time. Ugh. Hot Wheels Unleashed. Oh, track editor. Surviving the Afternoon. Holiday 2021. Oh, pre-orders begin today for Shin Megami Tensei 5. Wreckfest. Hi. Wow, that. Arcade. There. See, I told y'all. Arcade Archives. They got CBs and Pac-Man. Groove Factory 5 next year.
How's everything?
I called it.
There are still a few more announcements in today's Nintendo Direct.
Koizumi-san.
Oh, Miyamoto-san. What brings you in?
Breath of the Wild.
So I was hoping I could step in.
Oh, of course.
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We've previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination and its CEO and producer Chris Meledandri-san, who are known for movies like Despicable Me and Sing, in making a full-length animated Mario movie for the big screen. Today, I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da!
2022.
The movie will be released in theaters in holiday 2022.
It's a good place to
the
put it.
The release date for North America is on December 21st and will be announced
Just in
in
time
release
for Christmas.
dates for Japan, Europe, and other regions at a later timing. It'll be a while longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in action on the big screen. But today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie. First, of course, is
Pratt,
who will be played by Chris
First of all, why are we even talking about the movies on here? It was lame when Bethesda did it. Or who was it that did that in the E3?
Very talented Chris-san.
I want to.
Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. I can't wait
Chris
to
Pratt
see
is
a very
Mario?
spirited Princess Peach. Mario's little brother, Luigi, will be played by Charlie Day. I'm excited for you to see this timid sibling appear on screen. Bowser will
Jack
be played
Black
by
as
the
Bowser.
one and only Jack Black. I'm expecting a
Show me a
monster
game.
performance by Jack-san. The comedian Keegan-Michael Key will be playing Toad.
Really? He's gonna be Toad?
I'm looking forward to great comedic moments. Even though this is a Mario movie, Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by Seth Rogen. I'm eager for you to see a humorous Donkey Kong by Sept-san.
Should have kept that a surprise.
And of course, Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario and many more Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is also involved and will be appearing in surprise cameos in the movie.
Okay, they gave them cameo voices.
We also have more incredible talent joining the film to play
Seriously,
some of our
Spike
other
from
beloved characters.
Wrecking Crew?
That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie. This is a very collaborative project between Illumination and Nintendo. We've all been coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I myself am enjoying a creative process that is a little bit different from making games. It may be a while until we can share more updates, but I hope you'll look forward to it.
Uncharted, that's it. Naughty Dog and Uncharted, that was the one, wasn't it? That they dedicated at that E3 to.
Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures. Next, we'd like to show you this.
Okay, it didn't stay long. Oh, Splatoon 3. Like Mario Party, you know, this is like... I mean, I know they have solo stuff, but it feels like one of the type of game where you just do the solo and then that's it. You need other people to play. It's like a one. It feels like something that's one-off. So I would need to not only be online, but I would need to have multiple people, like Mario Party. It's not like Mario Kart or Mario or Smash Brothers, where you could really feel the replay value. This is like this feels like if I play it once, I see it all, and then that's it. And I know Mario Party has a bunch of mini games and everything, but at its core, you know, it's a much more fun game when you have many people, and the same goes for Splatoon. You know, like they were really designed to be legit multiplayer games. Splatoon 3. Who knows? Maybe Splatoon 3 might have a very solid single player mode. You know, like a meaty single player content. Hey, it's that dude.
Hello, everyone. I'm a researcher from the Squid
What's your pose gonna be this time? How you gonna make the 3?
Studying the mysterious squids that can transform into humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Splattsville. It's known as the City of Chaos. Centered around Splattsville are the Splatlands, a place long inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and octopuses. Buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city, creating its distinctive culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears to be a popular activity. Its basic rules are unchanged. 2 4-player teams compete against each other to ink the most area. However, the trend seems to have undergone a major shift, with the existence of new main and special weapons confirmed in the footage. In the latter portion of the footage, we were able to observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the mammalians.
Meaning the reappearance of mammals appears to be the theme of story mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished? It appears that there's still a lot to uncover. But we'll continue with our research and keep you updated once more results become
At least they're working on. At least they're working on the world building and lore.
Look forward to more. Splatoon 3.
Hey, there it goes. There's the pose.
Updates to come. See you next time.
So, what did you think? Splatoon 3, taking place in a new world, is scheduled to release in 2022. Please look forward to future updates. Okay, this is the last trailer we have to show you today. Please take a look.
Anticlimactic. Platinum. Is this Bayonetta?
HQ 接敵した距離50対象は北東に向かって移動中遅れこちら本部了解した作戦を開始せよ了解射撃用意撃て
I wanna eat you. Yeah. You're even tastier. Astral Chain? Astral Chain 2? Oh, there she is.
Bad boy.
About time. Oh, pigtails this time.
It seems I'm unfashionably late.
Yes,
but
you
I'm
are.
ready to give you everything you want.
Oh, nice. We got gameplay. Oh, okay. Good on the metaphor there. Ooh, butterfly mode. No one suspects the butterfly. There's her dance. Harrymon. Got ourselves a kaiju battle. All kaiju battles. Huh. Interesting. And plenty of collateral, I see. Ooh, Spider Scorpion. Bayonetta. Deadass. Ooh, look at that. When? 2022. Okay, so that would be 2023. Oh. December? November? October? today? Oh, no. You're just
what
teasing.
What you just saw was the latest trailer for Bayonetta 3. We announced this game in 2017.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience. This game will launch next year.
Better.
We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Whew. Thank you for watching. You're welcome for talking. Pause that. All right. Whoo. Oh boy. That was it. That was it. Well. Yeah, I got a few criticisms. One thing's for sure. Announcing a movie. I'm glad that they kept it short and they just only announced the actors. But you know, it's like I'm here about games, not about movies. That's what Naughty Dog did with Uncharted and spent the whole entire E3 on Uncharted. So Uncharted movie, it's like no. The other thing that I was concerned about is them announcing directs. Again, I'm here to hear. You know, the Nintendo Direct is supposed to be about the video games, not announcing other directs, and that includes Smash Brothers. You know, I understand. You know where they were trying to go with, but they said nothing. They just announcing that things were going to get announced through directs, and that's not necessary. You know, that's not necessary. Just put it on Twitter. Just put it on Twitter and send a press release. You don't need that. Those were 2 slots. In fact, 3 slots that could have gone to games right there. The 2 direct announcements and the Mario one, those could have gone to video games hands down. So let's see here. Well, let's scroll. Let's just do a quick scroll back and let's see what we got. What was it that caught my eyes? Oh yes. I can't believe that one of my predictions actually came true. that was actually mind blowing. Let me just fast forward. No, was it? It was in the montages. Because I knew something was weird. Something was completely weird. Oh yeah. I do want to address that the whole Nintendo Switch thing, the Switch Online thing. In addition to, because I got reservations about it. I mean, we've always it stinks, hands down. It really does stink.
As well as a gallery mode with never before seen artwork.
But where was it at? Where was it at? Ah, it's blanking me out, huh? But you know, I said that there was something up with the arcade archives, and I was actually right.
Collect these 3.
It did get announced, and that was a big surprise because I didn't think I would get a prediction off. But where's the montage at? Where did they put that montage?
Will launch on
sorry, I'm wasting so much time. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, 3D Kirby. It's you know, I'll just zip all the way back. Oh, here we go. I just passed it up. Here we are. Kirby. So yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I mean, look at that 3D. That's just. This is the first time Kirby's gone 3D platforming, and I'm very excited for this. I am totally stoked, man. I mean, this was what should have been this should have been the Crystal Shards, honestly. You know, that should have been his first foray into 3D platforming, was the Crystal Shards, but they chose to stick with 2D platforming and just left Kirby at that for so many years. And I can't wait to see how this turns out next year. And most importantly, Kirby Amiibo. They Hal really leans hard into the Amiibo with Kirby, So it'll be very exciting to see what they'll do with it. I'm hoping that they'll just do like they do with Planet Robobot and just let the amiibo give him abilities and such. Just give him abilities and you know, saying, but at the tap of a character, like Mario gives you fire and Ness gives you psychic, I believe. You know, bring that back. Bring that back. That was just so awesome, and that really encapsulated what I idealize amiibo in terms of game functionality, gameplay functionality. Yeah. So this. Like I said, this was just not necessary. You know, the whole thing. I mean, this told us nothing in Animal Crossing. This told us nothing, and then to tell us that there will be a direct for that. Honestly, I don't like the idea. Like Monster Hunter Rise, just showing us at the beginning. A teaser for DLC. Stop that. Please stop that. I'm not I say stop doing that. Here we go. Yeah, so just a teaser, you know, saying as opposed to say Zelda Age of Calamity, where they actually showed gameplay for their DLC pass. That's cool, but just showing a teaser and saying DLC and it's coming next year.
More information in the future.
You know, it's like, why? Mario Party, like I said, I mean, I played it the first one. I never owned it, but I did play it. It was fun, but that was just pretty much it. You know, despite all the cool mini games and how it was conveyed, and it looks like Nintendo really should get Hudson Soft back into this because this is what, the third game now that they've thrown in boards from the first Mario Party. It's clear and obvious that Nintendo and whoever the design team is really don't. That's really saying that they don't know how to do a Mario Party game if they're going back to Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2 and all the other Hudson Soft Mario Party games and throwing them on there. So this reminds me of Cult Set Revolt, Cult Set.
You'll square off.
I've seen those when I was in Tokyo many years ago, so it's not. This I should have recognized right off the bat. Disco Elysium. That was pretty dumb of me. It was so obvious, and but I didn't even expect it would come to the Switch. Honestly, I didn't expect it to come to the Switch, and that's really cool. That's really cool, and I hope to scoop this up. October 12th. Okay, there it is. Where's that montage at?
Mr. Soccer.
Yeah, we got Kirby. Let's see what else. So I'm very stoked with Kirby, hands down. 3D Kirby.
Time with Disney friends.
Disney with Mii's. At least they found a use for Mii's. That I could say. Dying Light 1 and 2, again, Nintendo's really leaning into that. Sorry, here we go. They're really leaning hard into the cloud, and this is something I wanted to hold my thoughts on. Actually, this was something that I always had in mind back in the Wii, with what Nintendo did with the Wii, and it's starting to show here now with the Switch. One of the things that I had speculated to some old friends of mine was that Nintendo was preparing to wean players into online gaming of this type of magnitude, but the technology wasn't there yet. But it felt like when they did the Virtual Console, that was supposed to be the idea, was to get rid of the discs. Get rid of the discs and get rid of the cartridges, and we would just do nothing but online gaming, you know, through Virtual Console. That was my impression with the Wii on the outset, but then they kind of regressed when they switched over to the eShop, when they dropped the Wii Shop channel and the WiiWare and went to eShop with Wii U and 3DS, and just went half-hearted. And this became even worse when they came out with this here, Nintendo Switch Online, and just, well, I would say they just phoned it in. They phoned it in, but yet they're leaning into cloud for some reason, cloud gaming. and something tells me that Nintendo for the since the Wii have been trying. Not just only have they been trying to find a way to do portable and game console since since GameCube and Game Boy Connection, but this is something that I feel like they've been trying to do, and it's like, well, since Satellite View, because they've been doing it since Satellite View, cloud gaming. Let's first and foremost remember our history. Satellite View, which was Japan exclusive, you had there were certain games in there like BS Zelda that you could only play through Satellite View, which was cloud gaming in and of itself. So Nintendo's not exactly new to this area, you know what I'm saying? They've been around the woods before, and this was back in the 90s. So let's get our history straight here. This is not new what Nintendo's doing here. I'm just surprised that they're actually leaning into it, given the level of tech that the Switch here has been presented to us. So either Nintendo's trying to Nintendo's trying to have cloud gaming be on par with next gen technology and flowing it through the Switch. You know, saying like you could get the full crux of next gen technology, the next gen graphics and everything through cloud gaming. I'm not sure if this is what Nintendo's trying to go to, if this is the direction they're looking for with the Switch, where we get, you know, last gen tech in the Switch, but next gen cloud technology going through it. That's what I'm thinking of. And I think Nintendo's looking for that logical conclusion. But right now, they know that this current generation of gamers that are alive, namely us Gen Xers and the Millennials and the Gen Zers and everything, you know what I'm saying, we're still being stubborn about advancing technology. I believe it's an inevitability that physicals will go the way of the dinosaurs. I believe it is inevitable, but I think it's going to take another generation before my generation phases out and get over phases out, and maybe the millennials will have to phase out too. I mean, they're kind of halfway. If I understand correctly, I mean, I'm generalizing. I'm just guessing. You know, saying that everything's just opinion. It's not grounded in facts. It's just observations from the way we have been trending as gamers since the 90s, and how the industry's been trending since the 90s. Because Nintendo particularly has always dabbled in the tech that we look at in the PlayStation and the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And we're sitting there looking at the Sony and Microsoft doing this, and we're like, wow. But we forget that Nintendo was already there. You know, they were already there in some capacity, but they never leaned into it. They didn't double down. It was like an experimentation, or the technology wasn't there, or, you know, or the graphics engines weren't there. And Nintendo has always been stubborn too. I mean, look how hard it was for them to get into to deal with high definition technology with the Wii U. It was very glaringly obvious. But the thing is that Nintendo has been around the block and dabbled in these things, but never went all in. They never went all in, and they keep pulling themselves back. They're always pulling themselves back. So with regards to this whole cloud gaming thing, this is not new. Like I said, Satellite View in Japan. You know, you play games like BS Zelda right off the cloud. That was their version of the cloud. So
you must always remember.
So I find it very interesting that now Nintendo decided to start leaning in. Maybe they feel confident that the technology caught up, caught up with Satellite View. So that's why they're going for it. They're going in, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next system, if it's the Switch 2, or God forbid, well, I don't think they're gonna do the home consoles anymore, like exclusively. I think this is gonna be it, because they merged the departments together, the portable and the console departments together. So I think this is it. Nintendo's going to lean in hard on this, and they're gonna make this cloud gaming one way or another. I think they're gonna make this exclusively cloud gaming one way or another. If not next gen, it's an inevitability. It's an inevitability, and it's best to be ready. It's best to be ready. Because Nintendo is, remember, Nintendo is watching their competitors and how they've been treating these types of technologies. So who knows? But I'm pretty much mentally ready for when that day comes when physicals are done. But until then, I'm all physical. I'm a mix physical and digital. They better not call this triangle strategy. Please do not call this triangle strategy. They better not call this triangle strategy, because let me tell you something. Octopath Traveler, really? I mean, that was your project name, Octopath Traveler, and okay, you could have kept Traveler in there, but do you need Octopath in there? Come on, Square. Just don't call it triangle strategy. Give it a name. Give it a better name. Metroid Dread. Yeah, I'm avoiding that at all costs. I don't want it spoiled. Now, this I wanted to reserve. Well, I was gonna reserve my. Yeah, this. Okay, awesome. N64, Genesis. That's great, but this is very concerning. And again, we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I am getting ahead of myself, but
this new.
Hold on. Sorry, I screwed this up here. Let me fix that.
The new plan will include all elements of the base Nintendo Switch Online membership.
Yeah.
As well as the ability to play the included Nintendo 64 and Genesis games.
Why is it called? Why is this called expansion pack? Why is this called an expansion pack? That's very concerning. Why does an online service need an expansion pack? That's what I don't understand. Why does it need an expansion pack? This sounds like a season pass. It sounds like a season pass, but they're using flowery name. Like free to start. We all know it's free to play, but Nintendo spins it, calls it free to start to make it sound like it's not free to play, but we know it's free to play. And here they are, they're doing this again. They're saying expansion pack. Why? Why are you saying expansion pack? Why does an online service need an expansion pack? So that's why I said initially that this might be tiered, and these two might get blocked out. So like say they say that the original online service is going to be there. Well, you understand what I'm saying? But think of it like this: we have the demo, the 7-day demo. The 7-day demo lets us go online, but it doesn't give us all the features unless we sign up to the memberships. Then we get all the features of the memberships, and that's what I'm thinking the expansion pack is going to be. That's gonna be that. Okay, it's going to relegate the 3 tiers, the individual, the family pack, as the equivalent of the 7-day thing. So where you have the 7-day trial, where you have access to the online, you can play the games and everything, but you can't do the bonuses. Like you can't buy the Super Nintendo controller or the NES controller unless you had a membership. So you get the membership, now you get these controllers. Now here's this expansion pack. Those 2 controllers, the N64 controller and the Genesis controller, might be blocked out by the expansion pack. So you got to get the expansion pack if you want to get those 2 controllers. That's what I'm thinking of. That Nintendo's going to go this direction, and I don't like that idea because, like I said, why does an online network need an expansion pack? Why does it need a season pass? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense unless you're creating the barriers, and it looks like they're gonna create the barriers. That's my guess. Hopefully, when they elaborate later on, I think it was in October. They said late October. They said when they elaborate on this late October, I'm hoping I'm 100% wrong, and that expansion pack is a nothing burger, and it's just a fancy thing. And they're not gonna block anything off on a second tier, with a 3rd tier. to max, to get all of that. I mean, I understand that Xbox and PlayStation, their networks are the same thing, but it just seems weird that instead of just saying that it's going to be a tiered system, they're going to call it an expansion pack. Again, the flowery words, free to play. It's called free to start here, expansion pack, but it's a tiered system, and it just seems way too weird. It seems way too weird. And worst of all, something tells me the N64 games and the Genesis games could be blocked out too in this expansion pack. So yeah, you get to join Switch Online Basic, but you only get the NES and Super NES games. But if you want those, you got to go higher. And I don't know, because if I understand correctly, Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, correct me if I'm wrong, for those of you who are watching this video and commenting, correct me if I'm wrong, but with Game Pass, you have access to everything that is a video game. Not a single video game is blocked off by a tiered system, by a tier 2, level tier 2. So correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm right or wrong about the Game Pass. I don't have Xbox. I don't have the Game Pass, but from what I've read and understand, you got access to all the games, and this doesn't look right. This don't look right. Let's see here.
Continue adding more Nintendo.
Yeah. And also, I'm a little skittish about the boxes here. The letterboxing on the screen here. Where's yeah, here's the, is this it?
The Nintendo 64.
Let me see here. Oh, that looked fine. No, it was Majora's Mask, but you know what? That was a cutscene. That's probably why, because since it was a cutscene, it was letterboxed. But okay. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Where's that montage at? I'm just so... oh, this was a big surprise. I did not expect ActRaiser. I never got ActRaiser on the Super Nintendo. I heard a lot of good things about it. I don't know if this is really my cup of tea. I can only do so much world-building games like Civilization. I mean, I love Civilization 6, but like I said,
Master swordsmanship and
it's like
who stand in your path.
I wouldn't say an acquired taste. For me, it's like if my brain is in the right place, like if I'm up for pizza, kind of thing. It's like, what do I want for lunch? You know what? I'll just go for pizza. That's what this is to me. Saying definitely a classic, because I heard a lot of good stuff about it. But the fact that it's out today, along with Deltarune Chapter 2, yay! Oh, I probably. Oh boy. Here we go. Here's the montage. Yeah, Room Factory 5. I got Room Factory 4. I made sure of that. Let me go back because that was the end of the montage. All right, the montage is gonna start. Yeah, and the fact that this is a free update, excellent. Good job, Toby Fox. Here we go. Yeah, no. Hot Wheels, yeah, for the fun. Those of you who are having fun. I don't want to skip too much here. Surviving the Aftermath. I'm not familiar with this game, quite honestly, but it's another world builder. That's cool. That's cool. This one, pre-orders begin today. Good. Shin Megami Tensei 5. Yeah, the games are all finally coming out, man. They're finally this THQ, no. No, THQ, no. No. Unless Wreckfest came from PS1, no. Don't tell me that you just made this game. Please tell me this is a port. Those of you in the comments, please tell me if this game is a port. Please tell me if this is a port from PlayStation 1, because this is a travesty. This is a travesty. if it's a PS1 port, totally understandable. Totally understandable. Because I ain't crapping on Knights of the Old Republic. That's old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if this is freshly made, no. No, do not say this is a 2021 game. That you just built this last year or 2019. But Knights of the Old Republic, yeah. I never got to play Knights of the Old Republic back in the day, so this might be a great chance to jump on it. But I don't know if I can be able to live stream it because it's Star Wars. I don't. Disney and them, it's just so wonky when it comes to copyright, so I don't know. Because I've been getting a lot of copyright claims for Final Fantasy VII, but I'm just letting it go, letting it slide, because I've been wanting to beat Final Fantasy VII, and I wanted to do it for Splatterbomb Lounge. So so I'm looking the other way. I'm looking the other way on that one. But this, no, do not tell me. Please tell me this is a port. Here it is. Yep. Just like I said, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how right I got this one. This was my one and only prediction, because I saw how weird it was last night. Because the night before, Thursdays is when North America gets the eShop releases. So I always check Hamster's Arcade Archives website the night before to see what the next game is. And last night, they didn't have anything. They had nothing. I was like, oh, okay. And then, so I figured, they'll pop it up this afternoon when the eShop updates. So I went into the eShop, no Arcade Archives. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? It's like, and that's when, and look at that. I said maybe, and I said at the top of the show, maybe it's gonna be in the direct, and here it is. And our games are Pac-Man and Sevias, which I already have. Which I already have in the Namco. Oh no, I don't have Sevias though. Well, no, I have 3D classic Sevias, but I don't have. That's right, because the. Wait, isn't Sevius in the Namco Museum? No, right? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Let me check here. Here we go. No, they don't have... Let's see here. Here's the Namco Museum pack. Let's see here. No, they didn't add Xevious. Oh, okay. Well, there's a classic right there, Xevious. Pilot de Subaru. So, yeah, and not only that, but it's 2 Arcade Archives. I think this is Namco's first Hamster release, Arcade Archives. So, that makes perfect sense. Why this would be put here in the eShop in the Nintendo Direct, because this is Namco Bandai Namco's first Arcade Archives. I think so. Yes. So wow. Okay, makes perfect sense. And they're kicking it off with Pac-Man and Xevious, 2 classics. So they got the Arcade Archive touch. But yeah, this was pretty awesome seeing that. Seeing it pop up here. So, what else do I have in mind? I think the Super Mario Brothers. No, I think that's it. Yeah, Bayonetta 3. Thank goodness. We got the. Honestly, that was a great surprise. Sorry, I'm sliding back and forth on here. No. Disco Elysium. No, I already addressed that. Okay, so let me close it out with addressing Bayonetta 3, because honestly, I got thrown off. I thought it was like Astral Chain. They shocked me with that Astral Chain. Here we go. Yeah, who in the world is that? Dante? Are you seriously bringing in Dante? Collaborating? When that 2022 slashed, I thought, oh, it's gonna come out this year. No, they're revealing some Dante-looking character. Here we go. Look at that giant kaiju battle. They're giving us giant kaiju. Well, again, actually, but still, this honestly. Oh, that was a good view. Let me get that view. There we go. Get her. There we go. Hands on the hip. So this what Nintendo has done regarding, well, not even so much Nintendo, but what Nintendo allowed, for me is a travesty. That they announced games through logos. They did this with Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Metroid Prime 4, and well, they did do a teaser with Breath of the Wild 2, but if this is the state Nintendo was in post Wii U, where they had to do this to really impress the investors, then it's a testament of how bad the Wii U truly was. Not system-wise. As a system, it was interesting. It was fun. I really played and beat a good handful of games on it. I enjoyed for what it is and what it tried to do. But Nintendo shot themselves in the foot with the Wii U, starting with the name Wii U, and the fact that right out the gate they had a fallout with EA and nosedived from there, along with terrible marketing. I mean, even Reggie Fils-Aimé looked confused when he announced the name of the Wii U. I couldn't even figure out that wrapped around talk he was doing. We're gonna bring the Wii to you. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Introducing Wii U. And bring about Kung Pao memes. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. But I can assure you, from what I've seen, the past 4 years now, since 2017, how Nintendo approached the Switch from a business standpoint, the Wii U hurt Nintendo more than I think we're being led on. And I think we're underestimating the damage that system had done to them. And in terms of the way that they approached it, the way they released it, the way that was marketed, and the reputation that followed, I think that the damage was quite devastating to Nintendo as a company. And that's why, the Switch user interface, we keep crying for themes and folders, and they're not giving it to us because when Iwata-san, may he rest in peace, introduced Wada Wada Plaza, well, it looked like a kid thing. It did look like a kid thing. It really did, did look like a kid. And then the Wii U cases, if you look at it, just line it up with a Leapfrog case and it looked like Leapfrog games. And so I think that Nintendo really grossly overestimated themselves and underestimated the blue market, the state of the blue market, or maybe not the state, but maybe the nature of the blue market. Many people bought the Wii. Many of the people who bought the Wii and Nintendo leaned into very badly, mind you, because they had that 1 year where it was Wii Music and other Wii games, but you didn't have Donkey Kong, Kirby, Zelda, none of that, and they got burned, and that started the path. That started the path to Nintendo's self-destruction there. And ignoring fans that was calling for games like Pandora's Tower, The Last Story, Xenoblade Chronicles, that dismissal, the way that and they just relied on European voice acting, to cover the base. That was a canary in the coal mine of what was going on with Nintendo. They really got full of themselves, just like they did back in the 80s with the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo, Family Computer, Super Famicom, and they got burned. And I would have to say, yeah. I mean, I love Nintendo. I got, you can see my NES over there, and you've seen me play the GameCube, but Nintendo, I don't know, man. I mean, you get a little too full of yourselves at times, and that's not to say the other companies don't do it. Sony had their share, Microsoft had their share. Woo, boy, Microsoft with that one. The whole was that the DRM business? Yeah. But Nintendo, you're not, honestly, Nintendo, you're not in the state that Sony and Microsoft are in, because you're not willing to go all in on the high tech, on the high specs end. You're not willing to deep dive, which means you don't have room for error like you think you do. I don't believe you have room for error like you think you do. Because as beautiful as Breath of the Wild is, as amazing as Super Mario Odyssey is, and how amazing Kirby is going to be when that's complete, Kirby's going to be when that's complete, you know, you got it, but it's like you know what you want, but you don't know how to execute. You know what you want, but you don't know how to execute it. It's like everything you put on paper looks great, and when you execute it, it falls out. Because on paper, this Switch could have fallen flat on y'all, especially since you're going last gen tech with the Nvidia masked behind the Nvidia, and I think that it was a miracle. It was a miracle because the only reason why it was a miracle because you sacrificed a lot of stuff that made Nintendo. You don't have folders, you don't have themes, you don't have quirky music in the eShop. You know, you took away the things that people point to you being kiddie, not understanding why they were pointing the things that is kiddie. You know, it's just strange that watching you guys go hard on one direction and then you go hard on the other direction. It's like you're overcorrecting yourselves on the Wii U, and you sacrificed a lot of the quirky things that made Nintendo. The things that people accept and expect from Nintendo. You know, it feels like you've allowed a small fringe group put their fingers in your face and saying you're too kiddie, and you just didn't balance yourselves out because you're family friendly. I wouldn't even say family friendly given that we have Bayonetta on here. But what I'm saying is that you're versatile. I think that's the correct phrase. You're versatile since Game & Watch. Like I pointed out in the Game & Watch playthrough, the fact that a game like Octopus has a character getting eaten by the octopus is morbid. The fact that people are jumping out the window in the game Fire, and then they could fall down and break their necks, that's morbid. So you're not exactly you're not exactly kiddie friendly. You're versatile, you know, you're all ages. You're not even family friendly, you are all ages. And you've allowed I guess your investors who probably don't understand games, marketers who probably don't understand gamers, and a fringe group of gamers and publishers, you know, coming out with this, I am hardcore because I play M-rated games and kill cops and prostitutes, despite the fact that your game Octopus on Game & Watch features an octopus eating a guy alive. You have a game called Pokemon, which is literal cockfighting. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. It's cockfighting. You know what I'm saying? You got two animals fighting each other for prizes. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic here, people. Nintendo's not as kiddie as you think they are, and they're not family friendly. They just have the all ages bracket down pat, and this overcorrection from the Wii U, I believe, is very detrimental right now because you're taking away the Nintendo element. What makes Nintendo? You don't need the Wada Wada Plaza. Like Iwata-san wants it. That was a gross miscalculation. You don't have to make it. you don't have to go to those extreme lengths. You know what I'm saying? There is a place for the me. You've shown it. You've shown it. You know, there is the place for the me. But don't sacrifice, you know, quality of life things like, you know, quality of life things because they might be perceived kiddie, like themes or folders. And I mean, look at you just did the Bluetooth just now. I'm going on a big tirade rant, but you know, it's just that as much as I love Nintendo, I can't ignore a lot of the mistakes they made because they're not perfect. They're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the 1980s where North America came out of a very nasty video game crash where no toy store was stocking and putting into their displays and selling video games. Nintendo had to go to extreme lengths, but once that got normalized again, you know, the whole game that Nintendo was going with went right out the door. You know what I'm saying? And Sega picked up on it, and Sony of course picked up on it, but you know, Nintendo is a company. I could just sum it up very simply. Nintendo is a company that has good things on paper but doesn't know how to execute. Because if they knew how to execute, the Wii U wouldn't have turned out the way it did. You know, they wouldn't have leaned hard on the Wii Music and the Wii Sports and the Wii whatever during the Wii era, and making Kirby and Yoshi and Donkey Kong and Mario and Zelda fans feel slighted that year on E3. The GameCube would have been dynamic. Would have been dynamic. You know, a top system. You know. The N64 could have been revolutionary if they would have. It's like everything they do on paper sounds good, but when they put to practice, it blows up in their faces, and then it comes off lucky. And I think that, and I'm of the opinion that the Switch is definitely their luckiest. So many things could have gone wrong with this. So many things could have gone wrong, and mind you, that there are certain things going wrong. If you see where I'm pointing at, that little nub there, and yeah, Nintendo's on survivor mode basically at this point. That's why these gimmicky events that they're doing, like Mario's 35th anniversary, and then they put that hard cap on their fiscal at the end of their fiscal year, was just to appease investors. They, at this point now, Nintendo's just appeasing to their investors, and they set these events up within their fiscal year so they could present the fiscal numbers to their investors. Because I think this is where Nintendo's at now. The Wii U really flopped. It legitimately was disastrous and did more harm than good. And the Switch, the Switch was met with lots of skepticism and a whole lot of skepticism, and Nintendo had to control not just so much control the narrative, they had to control the fiscal. They had to control their fiscal years, and just did all these crazy gimmicky things like Labo. You know, Labo disappeared after 1 year. We haven't seen a Labo update since, with Garage Builder, and the Garage Builder, and that has nothing to do with the Labo. So yeah. Oh yeah. So that's pretty much it. I rambled on a lot. Wow. I didn't think I was gonna spend 30 plus minutes rambling on. But let me tell you something. I'm glad that Bayonetta's got a date. It's coming out next year, and we got some gameplay footage. I'm very excited for Kirby. Very excited for Arcade Archives. Yay, prediction. A lot of good games. There's a lot of good games, but no more announcements of directs that's coming soon, and don't announce movies. Stop it. Stop it. All of you game companies, stop announcing movies. All right, put that on your Twitters. Put those announcements on your Twitters and use those slots for video games. So, with all that said, I thank you all for joining me. I wish you all a good night, a buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.